please come on. Okay. Zubair. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm Zubair Qureshi. I was a Toastmaster 3 years back. Surely I have lost the skills, but not the spark. And I hope this is be my next club, so I can regain those skills. Thank you. Okay, Zubair. Anybody else? We can have two more guests. Yeah, can you please someone say?
I'm Varadraj. Varadraj.
Varadraj. All right.
Hello everyone. I'm Varadraj. So I work in Infosys as a sourcing and procurement professional. I have over 14 years of experience in sourcing and procurement. So I got to know about this electronic city Toastmaster. So, first of all, I don't have a Toastmaster membership prior, but then I wanted to join. I knew it from my previous colleagues, my bosses. So I wanted to join. So now I stay here nearby. So when I browsed, came to know that Electronic City Toastmasters is about 2 kilometers away from my home. So I thought, let me come here and understand how it goes, because I know for sure there is a good benefit how it will help us in our career also as we go up the corporate ladder. So that's the reason I wanted to be part of it.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Can we have one more guest, please?
Yeah, here. Hi everyone, I'm Kaushal Kiran. So I'm working for Syngene Integration, pharmaceutical company. I have almost 17 years of experience. So I came to know that this is a personal psychological platform to improve my communication skills. So that's the reason when I inquired, I came to know from my friends. So that's why I am here.
Thank you. So I would like to add a little more context about Toastmaster International and also about our club. So Toastmaster International has been here for over 110 years. And this was purely the purpose behind this, just to allow us a platform which enables us and to enhance our communication as well as leadership skills. It's a non-profit organization, and everything that we do here is by us, as well as the leadership team that we have is among us ourselves with a set of guidelines to go by that allow us to improve every single day by delivering speeches, to come here on stage and improve our leadership skills. About Electronic City Toastmasters Club, it's a community club where anybody can come and join with a bare minimum requirement of being an adult. And we have been here for over 10 years now. Electronic City Toastmasters Club is a slightly distinguished club, which is the top of the line award any or recognition any club can have. And this specific club has developed multiple leaders across division, district, and area. Every Saturday we meet at the exact same place, and the only space that the guests can participate would be the table topics, and that's today you are going to experience within the second half of today's meeting. Without further ado, I would like to just talk a little bit about ideas outlive empires. Can anybody tell one line about it? I definitely don't want to steal the stage from the Toastmaster of the day there, but I just want to understand if we have any clue of this specific line. No, you could stand.
Yeah, I think ideas are, like Hampi, right?
Yes.
Vijayanagara Empire. So we're still talking about it. So we know that it's in ruins, but we still talk about the reason is the idea of civilization, culture, still exists. So the empire doesn't exist, but the ideas do.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah, that's a great example. I would just like to add to that. Toastmaster International or Toastmaster, everybody, we all are here for a purpose, right? But does the founder of Toastmasters, Ralph Smedley, is he alive today? No, right? So there are many people, inventors have come, they are no longer in this world, but the ideas that they have shaped still continues. So a legacy from 100 years back still stays with us, and without any guidance, we all are here still to, like experience and develop ourselves. So with that, let's get involved, let's learn and let's thrive. Without further ado, I would like to invite our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Uday Kumar, who is also a software engineer by profession with over 8 years of experience. He is here with Toastmasters to develop his solutions. So Uday, can I have you?
Thank you, Toastmaster President Afzal, for a warm introduction. Have you ever thought why the mighty Roman Empire collapsed? But the recipe of butter chicken has only grown stronger and conquered the world. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today we are here to celebrate the ultimate survivor of human history, the idea. History books are filled with the tales of grand empires like the Mauryas, the Mughals, and the British, who built massive forts, raised giant armies, and declared they would rule forever. Yet their forts are mere selfie spots today. Take the British Empire, for example. They left, but did they leave peacefully? No. They left behind the complexities of English grammar. On the other hand, look at the concept of zero, invented right here in India, or the simple idea of democracy. These ideas or concepts outlive their creators and still running the world. This proves that today's theme that ideas outlive empires. We all know that a well-delivered idea can change a perspective, fix a problem, or inspire a crowd better than any royal ruling ever could. An idea does not need an empire, army. It only needs a willing mind and a courageous voice to give it life. So welcome to a meeting where you can unleash your ideas without fear of perfection. Step up, speak out, and let your brilliance shine. So moving to the speeches, let me introduce you to the general evaluator of the segment, Toastmaster Adviti Mehta. Adviti is learning to speak with clarity, confidence, and purpose. She lives by the mantra, courage begins with the first step. Let me hand over the stage to Toastmaster Adviti.
Quick audio video check. Am I audible till the last?
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and my dear prospective guest. Let me start with a question. When I say Mauryan Empire, what comes to your mind first? Right? Any other?
Strong one. Strong king. A strong king, strong.
Strong king. Does anyone recall what King Ashoka?
Yes.
Okay. So Mauryan Empire had gone so long, but still this Ashoka ideas and legacy still we can find behind him. So what made those ideas survive so long? Perhaps the empire itself disappeared, but this idea was still alive because people who carry that idea forward. So you can see this was the Ashok Chakra given by Mauryan Empire King Ashoka in his capital Sarnath. And now we can see in our Indian rupee also, you can see the same, that Ashok Chakra, and we can see that same thing in our Indian flag. So this is the same, like this this Mauryan Empire left 2000 years ago, but still we do have the legacy, the idea still behind in our democracy. So with that, since this empire was not built by a single person, there were a lot of people involved. So to play this role of G, I have some 4 supporting roles. So my first role is timer. So this is played by Pradeep Goyal. So Pradeep Goyal is 18 years experience in IT industry, And he is our new member to the club. And this is the first role he's playing as a timer. And he loves traveling and reading books. So over to you, Pradeep, to tell the rules of time.
Hello, good evening, Toastmaster and prospective guest. So it's like my first role in this club after joining as a member. So first start like say something interesting about like the rules and regulation about the timer. So today I want to say something interesting for the code. Everybody able to see?
I think you can stand behind the online.
Yes, yes, you can see.
What is it? I think great speaker doesn't speak longer. They speak with the greater impact. With that, the timer, I'll help you to ensure that every speaker has the opportunity to make that impact within the given time. Because leaders is not measured by how long we speak, but how we communicate. So that's the important, time management. So with that, I'm going to share some certain rules about the timer. So first segment, favorite topic. 1 minute, I can show reading that. And 2 minutes, I can display this yellow card. And sorry, one minute, 30 seconds, I can show green card, yellow card. And 2 minutes, I will flicker out the red card. When I move to second segment, separate speech, then 5 minutes, I'll flicker out the green card. And 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. Then 7 minutes, I'll show red. Now move to like a last and final segment as the evaluator. 2 minutes, I'll show green card. And 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll show yellow card. And 3 minutes, I'll flag out to red card. That's rules and regulations to the timer again perform model. And thank you so much. And wish you all the best, all these speakers. That's all. Thank you, sir.
Now we do our second role, which is our counter, which is played by Toastmasters Vandana. And I hope you would have tasted her cakes. So her passion is baking cakes, and she likes to explore new places and new cultures. So over to you, Swanini.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you ever watched a detective movie where the detective says every clue tells a story? Well, today I'm not investigating fingerprints or stolen diamonds, but I'm on a hunt for something much more mysterious. The hidden culprits that sneak into our speeches. Yes, you heard that right. The culprits are so like actually, basically, and other destructive filler words. I'm Detective Spaldana. Today, my mission is to solve the case of the missing fluency. Every speaker is a suspect. But don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anyone. My job is to simply collect evidence and help you become a stronger communicator. So here is what I'll be investigating. Overused words like and, well, but, so, and you know. Filler sounds such as repeated words or phrases like I, this means, actually, basically, you know, etc. As you speak, I quietly gather clues and keep a record of what I find. I will be back when called upon by the general evaluator to present my investigation report, highlighting the evidence for each speaker. So, Toastmaster, speak confidently, but remember, no pillar word can hide from detective study. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Vandana. Now we have Toastmaster Abhishek, who will be playing the grammarian role. So Toastmaster Abhishek has been in Toastmaster for 4 years, and he is engineer in Robert Bosch. He loved reading books, and in the last term, he has done great thing in improving our PR for the Ecity Toastmaster Club. So over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditi. Language is a bridge between our thought and our audience. Even if we have great ideas, it will not be communicated, it will not be received by our audience if we do not use our language properly and if there is some grammatical mistakes. And in fact, our Toastmasters, we take the grammar very seriously. So in this meeting, I will be act as the grammarian for today's meeting. I will be observing all the improvement points and all the good uses that was used by that is going to be used by our speaker, whoever comes on the stage and give a speech. Also, there is a word of the day and phrase of the day so that we can improve our vocabulary. The word of the day is thrive. The meaning of thrive is to grow, develop, and succeed. Example can be we thrive when we embrace continuous learning. I would let if anyone wants to use the word of the day thrive, then you are welcome. Anyone would like to try? Anyone would like to try to use the word thrive in the sentence?
Together we
Yes, please.
Always try to be a better version of ourselves.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Noela. The phrase of the day is progress over perfection. The example can be at Toastmaster, we believe in progress over perfection. Anyone would like to try the phrase of the day for today's meeting? Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah, I think we should definitely choose progress and we keep progressing every day than perfection so that there's a continuity and discipline.
Thank you so much. Okay, so at the end of the meeting, whenever called by our general evaluator, I will come on the stage and present the grammarian report. Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster Aditi.
Thank you, Master Abhishek. Now we have Toastmaster Varun, who will be the listener for today's meeting, and he's a third-year student in aeronautical engineer, and he's a football enthusiast. Over to you, Varun, to state about the listener group.
Thank you for the introduction. So today, as a listener, I will be listening to the meeting and asking questions to check whether everyone as an audience are actively listening and note down any and ask the audience and guess a question and would ask the question at the end of the meeting. What do you generally?
So myself, with the help of my supporting team, will come at the end to tell about the reports and the evaluation for throughout the meeting. So with that, I will hand over to the Toastmaster operator.
So let me introduce you to the first speaker of the segment. But before that, I would like to introduce the evaluator for the speech. Our first evaluator is Mahua Kundu. Mahua is an AI engineer with over 11 years of experience in software engineering. She enjoys building technology-driven solutions, especially in the field of AI. Beyond her professional life, she is passionate about sketching, painting, and storytelling. Please put your hands together for Mahua Kundu.
She's here now.
Okay, now let me introduce you to the speaker, Toastmaster Chetizar Pendian. He has 14 years of experience, currently working as staff software engineer at GE Healthcare. He has an MTech in embedded systems and is currently studying senior management course from IIM Tirchi. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Chetizar. Now let me
Thank you. Good evening, dear guest and all the Toastmasters, especially my target speaker. Here is the objective for your speech. What's the second? 1 minute. Where I kept it. Sorry, can you share with me once? Okay, I figured it out. Okay, the purpose for this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organizations. The purpose for this project is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience serving as a leader in a volunteer organization. So timer, please note the speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best. Over to Emosi.
Thank you. Now let me give the training title. Chartering Unknown Waters, Toastmaster Citizen, Toastmaster Citizen, Chartering Unknown Waters.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Here, as part of this speech title, I like to share a couple of experiences I have encountered when I was taken up a role in a volunteer department in my organization. The department is EHS. I'm sure most of us here would have heard about this, Environment, Health and Safety. It has multiple elements, close to 12 to 13 elements. I was leading a part of one element which is called employee engagement and communication skills. So as part of that particular element, I have to reach out to multiple people under various departments. Even though I belongs to engineering department, I have to visit finance department, I have to visit manufacturing department, even I have to visit admin department. I have to visit all these departments and develop a rapport with them and give awareness about this EHS, how important it is to be work safely in the workplace. And if we fail to do so, what will be the implication of it? So that kind of experience was given a broader approach to reach out and to interact with multiple people in the campus. And as part of that, I got access to all the departments, whatever I was telling earlier, right? HR, finance, manufacturing, particularly manufacturing, which is a more productive department. People cannot simply walk into the department without having a special access to that area. But since I belong to that particular department, I was given access to that sacred doors. So I was with a lot of proud. I was just walking around the production line and I was interacting with the people, and it gave a better opportunity for me to create more network for myself. But one day what happened was, typically, as most of us know, the access doors will open whenever somebody walk near to it, and after some time it will close automatically. That is the intention or the functionality of that automated doors. But in one time, the door didn't close it. I didn't notice that, okay, it opened and I just walked out from that building, that particular department, but the door didn't close. And that led to a lot of, I would say, like lot of unexpected events. And it went under a lot of investigation, like how the door left open, and because it's a manufacturing facility and a production unit, and simply a lot of dust and other thing cannot come into that. I was really scared. When I got a meeting with the site security lead, he was very calm. He didn't worry about why did you go to the place, and that, not that kind of questions. He simply said one statement which I remember always. The person who has a power to stop something has the responsibility to resume it with the alternate option. That really stuck in my mind. And it happened few years back when I started my career. And I started to use this even in my home also. Like when I tell to my kids, I don't want to simply say don't watch TV, don't watch too much of YouTube channels and other things. It is my duty to say that to avoid the screen time, but it is also my responsibility to give one alternative approach. Okay, instead of that, do cycling. Instead of that, do some board games, or do some help around the home. That kind of alternate also I have to give. That is something I have learned from this voluntary role I have taken up. Another incident I want to highlight, it's a, to be frank, even I was not fully aware of that. As part of this employee engagement and communication, we have to send a lot of newsletter, posters, all this digital media communication we have to make. So we used to just Google for some image, like for example, if you want to reiterate that walk safely in the road, we can simply search for the Google images and you can put it. That is how I was thinking in that angle, and I used to take help from my support members. But my mentor told like we are using the images which are protected by copyrights. I was not even aware about what is that copyrights and mainly what are the implications. If company of my the where I work got sued by because of using that kind of copy protected images, then we will be under big sue. So I was, to be frank, I was not knowing those details. Then I came to know like how to get copy without images, without any copy protection and other things. Then I passed on that to my teammate also, who was designing the poster and other things. The person was originally was very much excited that she made a lot of good posters and other things. It is going to get displayed in big cafeteria in a large TV and all. But I was not having heart to tell that we cannot display that because it has a lot of copy protected images. But instead of simply saying that, I was more focusing on why we cannot do that due to so and so reason. If we do that, what will be the implications? So again, I was focusing more on the why because I was reading a book that time written by Simon that why is important. That will even clarify the person. Instead of simply saying it, we can clarify the person with the reason that will give some logical uh, objectives to do it instead of just going and saying in an authoritative tone. When I approached it with that kind of mindset, even I got the clarity and I was able to convince a person, my support member, to do the same. Instead of going in a negative direction, like okay, we put lot of time and effort, that and all not going to be used or utilized. This option gave me a opportunity to clearly tell them like why we have to do that. It also gave a different perspective for me. Instead of authoritative tone, we can use the influence. So that always win. Instead of going with the authority purpose, we can always influence the person to come to a common ground, which will benefit our organization wherever we work or whatever the purpose we are doing. So in a nutshell, I would say like I learned a lot many things, but I key two learnings I took from this voluntary role is we always don't need a title to lead, and we always don't need authority to get the things done. If we have a mindset to be aligned with the people and influence whatever we are trying to communicate clearly, we can always achieve that purpose. Yeah. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Now let me introduce the second speaker of the segment, but before that, I would like to introduce the evaluator for our second speech. The evaluator is Toastmaster Lokeshwaran Sadasivam. He is a hands-on engineering science enthusiast with around 10 years of experience as marketing and technical manager at an MNC. He manages projects for OEM and government sector. Outside of his work, he is passionate about volunteering and promoting arts. Please put your hands together for Toastmasters Lobby.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters and my dear guests, distinguished Toastmasters. Today, I'm the evaluator for my target speaker, Anbalagan. And my target speaker is going to attempt this speech on level 1 in project 2. And the purpose of the speech would be write and deliver a speech with purpose. And the title is Fashion, Clothes, and Brands and Non-Brands. The time allocated for my target speaker will be 5 to 7 minutes. And I wish all the best for my speaker to be on stage with full confidence to deliver his speech.
Now let me introduce the speaker, Toastmaster Anvarkar. His journey began with a stubborn refusal to attend school and his father's lessons on the value of education. Today he stands before us as a BTech graduate who believes that starting point never dictates the designation. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Anvarkar. Topic fashion, clothes, brand, non-brands, Toastmaster Anvarkar. Toastmaster Anvarkar, fashion, clothes, brands, non-brands.
Good evening, Toastmaster. Dear Toastmaster. Which day is National Handloom Day in India? National Handloom Day in India. Sorry? 7th August. Yesterday. Thank you. India has more than 1.4 billion people in this country. In that, 55 to 60% people are wearing branded clothing. West, 40 to 45% people are wearing non-branded clothing or local made garments. So I will take you back 20 years ago. When I was a school student, buying a new cloth was a family event. We usually buy clothes only during festival season, like Diwali, Pongal, Christmas, New Year, Ramadan. My father would take to us local textile shop. We once entered the shop. That seller is shows fabric. We never asked what is this brand. We usually ask. We check the fabric and we ask whether its color is bleed and what is this price and how long it's durable, and take this price negotiation. My father or mother, if seller is saying the 1,000 rupees the product, my father or mother will start negotiation 300, then 400, then mutually they agree 500 or 700, then we will buy. That time only we will buy only fabric, not garment, ready-made garment. So today, many of us enter into shopping mall or online mobile shopping apps. Nobody is checking for quality and price. There is no price negotiation. Just we are seeing brand value and we are buying. And furthermore, we are every day is waiting for freedom sales and New Year sale, then Diwali sale based on percentage, 60% discount and 70% discount, 80%. We are awaiting. Then finally we are doing. Hope this time everybody agree. So that's from 20 years to today that buying culture is totally different, different from today for due to technology development. Few months ago, I was visited fabric mill at Gujarat. The one engineer owned one fabric. The two fabric, both are made same cotton in terms of count, construction, GSM, hand feel, finish, everything remains same. The only difference is that one fabric was supplied to well-known international brand and one more fabric was supplied to non-branded sector. Once garment is there, that branded garment set is sold out several times higher than non-branded garments. We are paying more money to logo or brand instead of fabric. Of course, brand will provide good quality, new design, consistency of product, innovation, and they have their own value.
India is one of the most traditional textile in the world. We have our handloom weavers and local manufacturer and semi small business people are there. They are creating more beautiful fabric in every day. My recommendation, we can buy for local product instead of going to branded. If you are buying to local product, we can support to that handloom weavers and small farmer, small weavers. Yeah, it means it does not means we can stop to buy branded clothing. It means simply we can buy each product, you have to buy smarter by buying. India, only few products we are in stock, 100% cotton and cotton blended fabric only. For example, post wear or synthetic wear, performance wear, we don't have that much facility in India. We are buying from China, Vietnam, Bangladesh, and we are selling in India. So you can identify which is from India product and which is out of India product, then you can buy product. In India, there is a manufacturing concern also there. We in development base in technology base, we grown more than compared to China, but India we are in struggling 20 years behind only. We don't have that much manufacturing facility in India. So in technology, AI technology is coming furthermore, but in textile field, we don't have that much opportunity to grow the AI technology. Thank you.
Now, let me introduce the third speaker of the segment. But before that, I would like to introduce the evaluator for our third speech. Our third evaluator is Toastmaster Sudarshan Karunanidhi. Sudarshan is a senior program manager, management consultant, and a transformation leader with over a decade of experience in IT and consulting industry. He is a proud father of a daughter. He is driven by curiosity and a constant desire to learn new things. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Sudarshan.
Yeah, quick audio video check. Am I visible and louder?
Yes.
Thank you. Good evening, Toastmasters and prospective members and future Toastmasters. Today, we have Toastmaster Mayola Dias with us, presenting her speech, Explore the World from Persuasive Influence Pathway, Level 3 Elective. The objective of this project is to practice the skill needed to use visual aids to effectively during a speech. We'll be looking at how well her visual aids support and enhance her content and how seamlessly they are integrated into her presentation. She has 5 to 7 minutes to take us along on this journey. So let's sit back, explore the world with her. With that, vote you Toastmaster of the Day.
Now let me introduce our third speaker, Toastmaster Mayola Dias. She is trying to be the best version of herself every day. She loves watching movies, enjoys dancing, and learning new things. She is part of Toastmaster as she enjoys the journey involved in it. Please put your hands together for Toastmasters Mayola. Explore the world, Toastmaster Mayola, explore the world.
At one point in my life, I was crazily traveling. So much so that my parents asked me one day, Mayola, why do you always keep traveling? I told my parents, to know that answer, you need to travel with me. And with after a lot of convincing, somehow they agreed to travel with me. Now I thought, since my parents are retired, I should make them explore the world. I started jotting down
nearby places for 1-2 days. But to my astonishment, when I went to them, they told me, no, Mayola, we want to go outside India and not 2 days, 7 days. Now you see who is so keen on traveling. Now I know how I inherit these traits from. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Have any of you visited Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur? Yes, quite a few. Anybody online? So definitely whoever has gone can relate to what I'm saying, and those who haven't can virtually come with me to Malaysia. So after a lot of brainstorming, I finally decided Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur is the perfect fit for my parents. Malaysia is a beautiful country with its own culture, tradition, and people who all are there, and the sightseeing places. So let me take you through a few places and traditions. The first place is, if you go to Malaysia and don't hear about KL Tower, something is missing. The first place we visited was a Kuala Lumpur Tower, a silver shining tower, tall and bright. It is 1,300 feet and it is the 7th largest telecom view site. Our initial days of stay with me and my parents was around this Kuala Lumpur Tower. And the first 3 days of our trip, we were literally orbiting around the Kuala Lumpur Tower. And it was like wherever we went, we would look for the shining silver monument. In the evening, we would sit down near the tower, and there used to be light and sound show, which was really mesmerizing. When we stood inside the tower and we could see the entire city sparkle in front of us, I could see my parents smile. That was the greatest treasure. The next thing which I would like to tell you about is food. It's a foodie family that I am and that my family is. Food is a must. This is a glimpse of the few cuisines that we tried. And yeah, there is beer, but we will not talk about that in the meeting. I have my favorite few cuisines over here, which I will take you to. And that is the next photograph, which is called as nasi lemak, which is a traditional food of Malaysia. So basically, it's fragrant rice cooked in coconut milk, and it is served with fried peanuts and dried fish, and the cucumber and other things, which tastes like heaven. And then my next favorite dish in Malaysia is Malaysian tea. What more an Indian can ask for when abroad you will get rice and tea. This tea is made out of milk broth and condensed milk. It tastes like you're getting a repentance over your sins. Stop. So for us, me and my mom, dad, we used to wait for the complimentary breakfast at the hotel. And like any typical parents, and like a typical Indian mom, my mom used to take, if she would take 3 donuts, she would eat one and keep the rest aside for evening snacks. Did any of you do it? No, I think it's my family. But I and my dad used to tell my mom that if you all thought we are definitely going sightseeing and not taking you. But thankfully that did not happen. The third place which I would like to tell you about is the Genting Highlands. It's a hill station, different from the city life of Malaysia. As we go to Genting Highlands, we leave the city life behind, and there's a lot of greenery that surrounds us. So over there, you have a theme park. It's a big mall, and there's a theme park inside the mall and outside the mall. As soon as we entered with the cable car inside the mall, I was regretting. Maybe I have not done a right decision to get my parents to a theme park. But my parents have more enthusiasm in life than I do, thankfully. And they literally enjoyed it. They wanted to try every other ride in the theme park. They wanted to try every food. We tried the Malaysian tea there. We did window shopping and a lot more. The highlight of that place was the 360-degree video booth. So you have to stand with your backs facing each other, and there's a video that runs around you. When I looked at that, I told my parents, let's not go. I know you don't want to go. Let's see something else. And they were already buying the tickets to that. When we see people do that video, I took the lead and I told my parents, don't worry, your daughter is a dancer. I can teach you both some steps. And I started teaching them, and it was our turn. And 1, 2, 3. I'll show you what that video actually turned out to be. So for me, my parents. So this video was definitely the highlight of the trip, and my parents definitely, I would say, overshadowed me. Malaysia was a beautiful country, but for me, what mattered the most is not visiting Malaysia, but with whom I visited, my parents, that mattered the most, that made the place so beautiful. From my parents on the trip, I learned 2 things. Money management, which I'm bad at, and weird people management. Going to Malaysia, I realized one thing, that I have done so many trips, solo trip in a group, traveling with friends, traveling with your friends, but traveling with your parents definitely hits differently. It's a very soothing feeling. Don't wait for your retirement, ladies and gentlemen. Don't wait for having that fit health. But you want to travel, you want to go somewhere, just book that tickets and go there. And as they say in Malaysian language, Terokai Dunia, which means explore the world. Thank you, everyone.
Now let me introduce the fourth speaker of the segment. But before that, I would like the evaluator for the fourth speech, Toastmaster Sachin Kumar. Toastmasters Sachin is a member of Electronic City Toastmaster Club. He has served as a treasurer, BBPR, ABPM, and is currently serving ABP education. Professionally, he has 3.5 years of experience in healthcare sector. Please put your hands together for Toastmasters. Now, let me. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Sundar. Today I'm going to introduce the special person in our club. He's part of our club since 1.5 months, and he's taken multiple roles and as a timer, accounter, and other title roles. But he's coming as a speaker. He's coming for the first time on stage. He's going to speak for 4 to 6 minutes. And please note time. 4th minute is green, 5th minute is yellow, and 6th minute is red. And at the end of the speech, after the speech, please everyone stand up and applaud the speaker because he's giving the first speech as a Toastmaster. And the purpose of the speech is the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speech. Yeah, it means that speaker has to introduce himself from the school days till today. What he has like total experience he has to share with us. Thank and over to T.
Now let me introduce the speaker, Toastmaster Venkatesan. He's an electrical engineering manager at Bosch with over 22 years of experience. He specializes in factory automation, technical project management, and he holds a degree in embedded system. He has led global engineering teams and robotic projects over 5 countries. Originally, he is from Tamil Nadu. He is a passionate mentor and organic farmer and an trapper. I never given up from FF to BB. Toastmaster Venkatesan. Toastmaster Venkatesan. I never given up from FF to B. Thank you.
Any person can achieve anything in their life provided if they have dream about it and fix their action plan and execute it on daily basis. Very good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and dear guest colleagues today. I am Venkatesan VK from Tamil Nadu. Before starting my storytelling, I wanted to ask you two questions from my side. One is, in this room, how many of you from farmer family? Can you raise your hand? Great. My second question is, how many of you dropped out first standard? No one. Very nice. So, I start my storytelling about me. I am Venkatesan VK, born and brought up in a small village, which is there is no bus, there is no school, there is no telephone. 3 to 4 kilometers away from the main road. So that is my village, which is a very beautiful place, consisting of 100 houses in my village. Most of the family members doing only agricultural farming. I enjoyed my childhood life by playing on the street and swimming, fishing, dancing on the rain. This is about my childhood life. One fine day, there are two gentlemen came to my house and asked me to do like this and to do like this. Then they told to my father, "Hello Krishna, your son got admitted for first standard school. Please ask him to come to school from tomorrow onwards." I was started crying. I was playing and enjoying my life. Why should I go to school? I was crying with my father. He told me that this is must, you have to go. Then he convinced me by bringing 2 packets of chocolate and told me this is for one to you, one is for your class friends. Then I took the chocolate, went to the school, started my life, started learning only up to 6 months, because my school teacher got transferred. I got new teacher who was very much like a with a mustache big. I was scared about him, and I don't want to go to the school. I dropped in the first standard itself after 6 months. Then next year comes, next to the 2 gentlemen came and asked me again do like this. Then I thought that, so this is mandatory for your life, for a person to go to the school. Then I started, then again revised my date of birth, revised my name also, and then started first standard. That is how my learning started. Then I completed 5th standard, which is away from my village 4 kilometers. After 5th standard, I have to start in the 6th standard, higher secondary school, again 7 kilometers away, again start cycling and walking. That is how I started. In one day, fine day, maybe I remember it's 8th standard. That time, HM came to my class and asked me to read English paragraph. I was unable to read one complete paragraph. In 8th standard, quarterly exam got over. Then he told me, in another 1 year, 1.5 years, you are going to attend the public exam. Can you manage? Can you pass the 10th standard? That is a question triggered from my HM. Then I started thinking, and then explored my options to learn faster. Finally, in 10th standard, I got achieved school first mark, second mark, and missed 1 mark for the first rank. Then I started exploring to learn technical diploma courses. Then after the diploma courses, I started completing one year apprenticeship program in electricity board, because my ambition was to join in the TNEB board government job and take care of my family, support for the financial security. But it did not work. After my apprenticeship program, I did not got the job. Then I joined in engineering degree course. After completing my engineering degree course, in Government College of Technology, Coimbatore. Then I got exploring the next job. So this is the one of the situation where I got my ladder got supposed to slip. I catched it. I never given up that chance. After completing my degree course, there was a campus interview on from the Lucas TVS company, where I attended the walk-in interview. After that, I was working in another small company. I went to commissioning. But unfortunately, I don't have mobile number. I gave colleague mobile number. In the walk-in interview, I got selected. 2 weeks later, the HR called to my colleague, but I was not able to contact him through mobile because I don't have contact number. So during this situation, I missed the interview. I came to the Coimbatore again, and he told me today is the interview at Chennai. I missed that interview. I was crying that the big opportunity I was lost. What to be done? I consulted with my friends and taken their support. They told me this is a Saturday, tomorrow Sunday, you go to Chennai on Monday and knock the door. I did the same way. Saturday got interview over, but I went on Monday. They told me, okay, you come for the interview. They taken and I attended the interview. Finally, I got the job opportunity. So why I want to say here is, even if you miss this opportunity, you go and try. And if you have that 1% of chance, that you will get that opportunity. So this is my life lessons learned. I never given up any point of time. Then later I joined Lucas TVS. Then I moved to Bosch Bangalore. I got better opportunity. In Bosch, I got chances to travel to other countries. My life was going very well. But again, there was a challenges that there is no ladder growth path in my company. Because every time there is a promotion call, there is an interview, which is internal evaluation process. In that process, not able to qualify to the next stage. There is an interview, 2 years gap, again interview, 2 years gap, not qualified. The reason is you are having good leadership role, you are managing the team, but you are not able to communicate properly with the effective manners. That is the only reason you are not traveling to next step. That is why. So now I asked, what is the reason why? What can be developed? That one HR told me that you go to Toastmaster, then you can develop your skill. So that is why I am here today. I am learning my development leadership role here. Thank you very much.
Now the TR team is sharing a QR code for attendance. So you can scan the QR code and mark your attendance.
Okay, so this is the information to all members and guests. You can scan this QR code. After scanning this, members, you can see a button called mark your attendance for the members. You can go there and mark your attendance. Similarly, for the guest, you can see guest check-in form. You can go there, you can give your name and phone number. Along with that, you can give additional information, example, whether you want to get contacted from our membership or not. And we'll have the information with us. Thank you. Thank you. Then I will put it on the cloud.
Once you have marked your attendance, and before moving for the break, we will have a group photo.
Can you share this on the room?
Sure.
People are going.
Now everyone is just
We need to take this not sitting now.
video. I think. Abhishek, you have to take the video. A photo. You have to stand.
Begin from this side.
Yes. That no sense.
Okay then.
Selfie. Yes, sir.
There will be a room for
10 minutes break. Yeah. Come back again.
Finally, it came to life. There is a delay from my side. And you found
Yes.
Where were you? I thought you were absent.
No, I will do that club for news speech. Oh, muted, right? No, muted.
Definitely. Maybe I will.
I'll stop the record.
I looked at what is happening on the night.
It was.
to the family.
You are not audible.
To the today's table topic master, Toastmaster Vasudha. She is an electronics and communication engineering student from Dayanand Sagar University. She loves turning ideas into actions through coding and stage performances. She enjoys playing chess and solving Sudoku. Driven by a passion of learning, she always finds meaning in little things. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Vasudha.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'll be your table topics master today. And since our theme today is ideas outlive empires, I thought we'd make our table topics more interesting and a little different from our as usual table topics segment. So because today I'm not interested in prepared speeches, but something impromptu, something that you think on your feet. So let me explain you how the table topic session today is going to go and the concept of how it's going to function. So each speaker is going to get a completely unexpected situation or a question. And you will have 2 to 2.5 minutes to deliver the speech. And there's one important thing. There's no correct answers. So you can tell us any story. You can go beyond your imagination and say about it. Now, in fact, if your first thought is, what kind of question is this? What is that? It's all right. I'm not looking for a perfect answer or something exactly what I wanted to. You can just assume, you can think of your own idea. And there's simple rules, the time limits. Second, don't try to find a perfect answer. And it's also, as we all know, it's not also, every time it's not always about finding the right answer. So let's start with our table topic sections. Who will be the first speaker? Let's go. Distinguished Toastmasters, these who your topic is. Now imagine, aliens have arrived. They've studied humanity for 10 years. And they ask you, what is humanity's greatest idea? You have 2 minutes to convince them. Over to you.
Well, the aliens have come and they have been here for 10 years, but still they miss to analyze woman. They didn't learn that yet. I've been studying for 30 years and I struggle that how can the aliens study? Even though there have been researches that have been done, psychology of man versus woman. The men think logically, rationalize things, but women, they have a different mindset. Even the psychologists are still studying further to understand what exactly the mind thinks. For married men, it's obviously understood that they know very well what they think, right? But for unmarried, when you see that the other side is always greener, or in case you are still thinking that, okay, you have to get married, I would still say that, okay, probably think twice before getting married. But having said that, if you analyze both man and woman, be it aliens or man, right? There is always wisdom. In case if you are looking for that compassion, love, affection, probably men would lack. But that you can find in women. No matter what you do, they are very sympathetic. For example, if I tell my wife that, okay, can I get a coffee? She will just look at me. But that compassion will be there because after a few minutes, the coffee will be ready. But sometimes I'll be sitting and reading the paper. I don't know, no matter what, I'll get that call. Can you do that mopping? I'm like, what? I've been reading the paper and I just want to enjoy that moment. But for them, especially for my wife, in her mind, because the house needs to be tidy. And how can it be tidy when you just sit idle and do nothing? Is that possible? It cannot be. So whether you are married or not, always try to give that compassion, help the other hand, give the other hand to the partner. That way, you will always have that married life, happy married life, and the aliens are still studying how to differentiate between men and women.
Well said, distinguished Toastmaster Suresh Opi. Women are one species that we have to be, we have to be explored and be. Not everybody can understand women. So well said, Suresh Opi, and we agree with your opinions. Now, who would be the next speaker? Austin, would you like to come up? Now you have absolute power. You become the ruler of the entire world, but only for 24 hours. You can introduce exactly one idea or a rule that will remain forever. What do you make permanent? Over to you.
Ideas outlive empires. So let's start with the theme. One thing I have realized from my parents, from many of us, as well as the elders in our lives, they sacrifice their own life for the next generation, right? So if the father has to buy something or if there is a festival, always what he would do or a mother, they would first prioritize the children, their parents, their spouse, and the last option comes to them, right? So slowly what happens, you start living that life. You make a lot of money, but you never prioritize yourself. You don't think twice to buy a cell phone, an iPhone of 1 lakh to your son, but you think, should I buy a new shoe or a new jacket, right? So if I get that power, one thing that I will do is to enable this the whole world. Each one of you, the desires that you have, go and fulfill. Later, what happens once you look back, only thing you remember is the things that you have done for yourself, for others, not for yourself. And then you always have a regret. I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have bought this for me. I wish I could have traveled this. So I want to enable not a feeling, just go buy whatever you can, make yourself happy. And now if you want to give it to somebody else, still go ahead and do that. But prioritize yourselves, try to live one day at least for you and experience how it feels thinking about yourself, prioritizing yourself, as well as spending money, irrespective of what amount, on yourself. Because if you can be a provider, if you can think of others, why not yourself? So, with that, I'd like to.
Well said, Austin. We all like shopping and we like gifting ourselves and we like exploring, and we should not let that opportunity go. So you are a good ruler, and all the women must be really happy because they can shop anything. And of course, the men who can also buy things. Now, anyone from the online audience? Yes, Mahua, please, could you come on camera? Yes, Mahua. Here's a slightly terrifying one. The internet disappears tomorrow. Hope you can hear me clearly. Am I audible?
Can you help me to type because some echoes are coming? Can you help me to type if you don't mind?
How to chat, huh?
Hope you can see the title now. The internet disappears tomorrow forever. What idea from our current world do you think would survive? Over to you, Mahua.
Last year, I visited my hometown, Kolkata. During that time, this is a year end, and we all sister cousin we all this is our tradition to have a get together party. Most of the time we have seen that when we have the internet we will not talk. We are coming so far from Bangalore, some cousin come from US, some cousin come from different part of our India. We plan to have a talk, but most of the time we have seen that we were busy on the internet. We are chit chatting with our mobile phone or the Facebook or Instagram stories. But it was the 31st of December night. We all gather, we prepare a lot of foods and we are ready to celebrate our new year. And that time our power cut happened in our area. There is no internet for almost 7 5 hours. One thing I have noticed that in this 5 hours when the internet was disappeared, that time we got lot of chance to share our stories, our journey, how we what struggle happened when we woke up in the morning, picked the flight and came, and what are the things happened. And entire hall we are all cousin sister was busy to having chit chat, sharing the stories, and lot of memories we started creating when we were sharing the stories. So, according me, if the internet will disappear tomorrow forever, I think the human connection will start happening. We'll start talking with ourselves. We'll start talking with our mom, our parents, our grandmother. Even sometime we not talk, giving the importance to our parents. So that will happen. We'll sit with them. We'll talk with them. We build the emotional connections. Thank you. Over to table topping master.
Well said, Marwa, and we completely agree. I remember when, as a kid, when we didn't have like UPS and inverter stuff. So when the light would go, me and my brother would play games, and we would like make a ruckus in the house and create noises to scare off the people around. So it's always used to be fun without the internet. Now coming up with our next topic, who would like to do? Any guests? Let's go back in time. You're standing in front of a medieval king. You have no weapons. You have no army. You have exactly 2 minutes to convince him to give up his throne. Give up his throne, his kingdom. So, what idea would you use? Okay.
Hello, King. What are you doing? Sitting here on this chair, having throne? Are you thinking this kingdom, having these people, is something great? Do you really see what the people are doing? Is everyone in your kingdom are happy? Do you know that? Have you ever think about some people far away from this place, what they are doing? You know that this year there's a drought. As a leader, if you are not aware what your people are, what they are doing, you might be not able to rule your kingdom very well. Leader first should have the compassion, understanding. First, you have to travel with the people before you rule your kingdom. So, my dear king, come along with me. I am a very good traveler. I have traveled so many places. Come with me as unidentified person. I will take you to the places, remote places in your kingdom. I'll show you the beautiful mountains, forests, and the people what they are doing, whether they are suffering, they are happy, then get to understand them, and then you can implement all your policies so that you can be better. Once, then I took him along with me. Let's imagine I'm there with the king and I took him. Both were going, and he has seen many people who are poor, not having food, and then he felt, this is how the people are living. Am I having really a good leadership skills or good leader that I'm ruling this kingdom? I have to. He felt that okay, the throne is not important. Being with the people, spending time with the people, and then making them empowered, and then enable them to live happily is the motto. That's what King has put, and then I'll make it to so away. This so. Thank you very much.
Well said, Praveen. Now it's time for the next topic. Can I please come over? Now imagine you're talking to your future grandchild. It's the year 2126. They ask you, what was the stupidest thing people believed in 2026? What do you tell them? Over to you. Correct. Correct.
Let me start with what is the current belief in my family. I don't want to represent the entire country, but what I know, I just represented, and I'm going to talk with my grandchild. Grandma, what is the stupid thing you had in your time? Maybe 2026. Maybe a child. Nowadays you are sitting and seeing a mobile, isn't it? In 2026, you don't have mobile, then you cannot see them. Because we have some rules in the family. We had some rules in the family. What? Woman has to cook. Only man has to see the mobile and they have to watch the Instagram, Facebook, and everything in the morning. So your only men used to have all those luxuries, and women should be in the kitchen and always they have to cook. But nowadays, see your mother is not even going to kitchen. See your father is mopping in the floor. Nowadays, we didn't even see that. I guess so. I wish this should be the day in my era in 2026. Thank you.
The role play was well executed, Toastmaster Kalai, and we could totally feel of how you're telling your future grandchild of the stupidest thing that used to happen at the side. Now, who would like to take up next? Any online member?
Yeah, I'd like to take question.
So, let's completely go off the rails now. You're given 100 crore, but you can only spend it on making one idea disappear from society. What are you eliminating and why? Over to you, Toastmaster Rajesh.
Can you repeat once again, Sudha?
Yeah. So you're given 100 crore. You can only spend it on making one idea disappear from the society. What are you eliminating and why? Hope that was clear.
Yeah, that's clear. A friend in need is a friend indeed. How many of you have a good friends? Can you please raise your hands? Most of us in our childhood or while growing in our college, the friendship is one of the very important role played in our life, right? So in my life, money and friendship, how I have differentiated. In one of a very important situation, I need some money. So I asked my friend. He said, Rajesh, it's so difficult to get that time the money. So that time I realized the friendship is something, one when the demand comes or something else happens to you, right? So if I want to eliminate one thing in my life, that is the need of money, which makes something, right? Instead of that, even I had a similar situation with the relationship. If you ask money, there will be a fighting or something else when you are returned that money. In my situation, in my scenario, the entire life, I had a severe problem with this money and with the situations where the family rejected me due to the money because I haven't given. If I would have given, then what will happen? If you ask, return it, so then there is a fight. So both the ways, you will be not able to survive. So what I have taken is, let us honestly say, eliminate and agree and say that something, even for everyone can happen. Okay. So say that everything is for good thing only. So say no. Learn to say no in the beginning stage so that you will be able to control in the beginning itself and eliminate the big problem. Over to you, Vasudha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajiv. And it's truly said, money does give us happiness, but it's also one of the major reasons for problems and things happening in our life. Now, who would like to come up next? Anybody? Or should I call? Okay, Sachin. Yes. Let's start. Let's do something interesting. You wake up tomorrow and discover that one idea has completely disappeared from humanity. You get to choose which idea disappears. What is it? And why should humanity be better without it?
I'll take credit for this. Then 30 seconds. Okay. Let's start. I'll correlate the things with the biggest speaker, that is Toastmaster language. Toastmaster language. They said he talked about the money. Like say pretty similar pattern where I was a solo traveler before 2022. I visited multiple places in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. While traveling, I didn't face any issues. I used to travel in public transportation. I never faced like I love traveling public transportation rather than taking private vehicle. I faced the biggest issue that the food. Because not every place we get free food. Like when I visited in Karnataka, few of the temples, I used to get in free of course. But in the same way, when I go to Tamil Nadu, I visit the temples, I will not get. But I need to visit the hotel itself. The idea I want to change or remove that the whole world has to get a free food without any for free of cost. Because Don't know when we are going to that, but 1 hour a day, everyone. Make sure that I need to remove money from the food. It should be free of cost until the humanity ends. Thanks, and over to you, friend.
Okay, Sachin, well said. Now, one last topic. Yes. Please. Since we come to our last speaker, imagine civilization is ending and humanity has only one space, like in only so much space for one single idea that humanity can survive. What would it be?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. So, if I would be in that place, the idea what I feel is that uh, as I am very fond to nature, so if that would be the case, I would try to, if I will take the civilization or to find out time so that I can, it will be easy for me to save the civilization. I would like to plant more and more trees. We are existing because I will try to narrate a story. When I was, growing up, my father was working in a government organization, and we had government quarters. So we had the road which we are traveling. It is used to cover with trees. Okay, and it is like a full. The road was like electricity. You can have seen. You might have seen how lush, beautiful green trees EC have, and everyone likes traveling coming to here and these trees. But same thing when you go to Marathali or some other place, it is full of dust and other things which we don't like basically. Okay, so whenever there is a case like to see the civilization, I would say everyone to plant more and more trees, which will help us to grow as an individual, to grow as a person, and help us to save our civilization, our human civilization. And thank you. That is what I want to say.
Your name?
There's no one.
Please no. Thank you, Bismon, and it is the truth. These are important for our future. So that is one idea that is kind of a survival seed for our humanity. Now that brings us to the end of table topics. And it was a great table topic session because we went from the medieval period to making 100 crore decisions to talking to our future branches. So kudos to all of the table topic speakers. So please put a big round of applause. So that's it from my side, and let's just keep the theme alive. Ideas outlive empire. Therefore, I would like to call upon the Toastmaster of the day, Odai.
After a theory 5 table topic session, let me call upon the general evaluator of the segment, Toastmaster Aditi, for evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and good evening once again. So now I'll quickly share my observation. But before that, I would like to call upon my tag team to tell about the evaluation. So I would like to first call upon Toastmaster Mahua to tell about speaker Toastmaster checklist. So over to you, Mahua.
I'm audible, visible both?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, especially my target speaker. I forgot your name, Che. What is your name?
Secular.
Okay. Okay. First of all, congratulations on completing this leadership project. The purpose of this project is to apply the skills that needed to lead our volunteer organizations. And I can see that there is a several skills you show in the leadership skill in your approaches. One of the key strengths I feel in your speech was that share your experiences and challenges openly. You started sharing your speech with your experience, how you lead your organization's volunteer or showcasing your organization skills, and later you shows your challenges. So honestly, it will help to get the connection between you and the audience, that you are an authentic leader, and it builds the connection between you audience and you. Second thing I liked about your speech is that engagement with audience. Like when you started sharing your challenges and your story, I feel that you created the environment that made your experience more relatable. Example, when you share the story of your daughter, that giving the multiple option, don't say that don't use mobile, don't watch the cartoon, instead give the alternative solution. So it shows the leadership skills you have developed through your journey. So this is the important leadership skills, that effective leader just do not just give the instruction, they listen, they find they find the problem and also give the solution. So kudos to that. One area of improvement would be your body language and the posture, stage presence. As a leader, I feel that you can give the speech in the standard of positions, and using the strong eye contact, using the body language, and and it will help to connect with your audience and give your speech in more effective way. Second will be your voice modulation. So your voice were clear, but adding more pause, speech, and your voice modulations means your pauses, your pitch, and your volume. It make you sound like a great leader. So you can work on your voice modulation. And your I feel that the speech content, you can be little bit improvement. Example, you have shared a lot of stories. Instead of that, you can pick one powerful leadership story and go deeper into that, so that people can learn, understand your challenge, and how you can resolve. So in a overall, you demonstrated a really good storyteller and no authentic speaker. Just work on your body language and your voice modulation and the content. I think you will be the great speaker, and all the best. And if you keep practicing, I think you will be the one of the eloquent speaker in our Toastmaster community. Once again, congratulations, and over to evaluator, general evaluator.
Thank you, Mama. Now I'm calling upon second evaluator, Toastmaster Lokeshwaran, for evaluating Toastmaster Anbalagan speech.
Hi, Anbalagan, Toastmaster Anbalagan. I'm here to speak on the evaluation part of your speech. And really, I would start the fantastic moment that you carried on in that 7 minutes. You started with the hook and question and grabbed all the attentions of the audience. That is the positive. You were found so confident in delivering your entire content of the speech. And you provided a statistical data which really took all the audience attention and observation level has been increased. It's a chance to increase their audience observation. That was really a nice thing. Overall, I personally appreciate your try to promote and support Make in India products. Right? To support the Make in India product. Overall, you articulated the speech in a very nice way and kudos to you. Some areas that you are, you can, I would say, you can work with that is your body gesture. While you are demonstrating your speech, when you are giving your speech, you can make your hands free. Okay, you have boundary stage and you can cover within that area and you can be more confident. That shows more confidence to the audience will feel that you are more confident in giving that content. And you can use a pass and a voice modulation. Also, little bit you can increase your voice or the modulation of your speech where you have to press and where you have to make a mild tone. And this is what I would suggest. And really, your speech was a fantastic. And congratulations for your future speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudarshan. Lokesh Rajan. So now I would call upon Toastmaster Sudarshan to evaluate Viola Dyer's speech. Sudarshan, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Viola, you truly took us on a wonderful journey today, not just to Malaysia, but into a beautiful family experience. What worked well today? The first, your opening was excellent. The conversation with your parents immediately created curiosity and humor. When you said, we want to go outside India, not for 2 days, but 7 days, you had our attention right from the beginning. Second, your storytelling was very engaging. I particularly enjoyed your Kuala Lumpur Tower story when you said, I could see my parents smile. That was the greatest treasure. You brought a beautiful emotional touch to the speech. Your Genting Highland story was another highlight. The moment you said, your daughter is a dancer, I will teach you both some steps. I could actually visualize the scene. The third, your visual aids were a strong part of your presentation. You used travel photographs, traditional food images, and even a 360-degree video. These visuals helped us to experience the journey along with you. Hence, you met your project objective, and congratulations for that. I have a couple of recommendations for you. The first, the structure and transition. You had several wonderful stories, but yet at times the transition from one place to another felt slightly abrupt. Your a simple roadmap at the beginning itself, you know, probably I'll take you through three things: places, food, experience, would make the journey even easier for the audience to follow. I have another recommendation regarding your visual aids. When the video was played, there was brief pause before it started, right? Which slightly interrupted the flow. In future, you could preload the video and arrange your visuals in sequence, maybe added into the presentation or PowerPoint with the click-by-click transitions. That would allow you to control the pause while visuals seamlessly follow your narration. Overall, Mayola, you did a wonderful job combining storytelling, humor, emotions, audience interaction, visual aids, and you started by telling us about your love for traveling, but ended with something much more meaningful. The destination may be beautiful, but the people we share the journey with make it truly special. You didn't just help us to explore Malaysia today, you reminded us to explore the life with the people we love. So, Mayola, keep traveling, keep sharing your stories, keep creating beautiful memories with us. Well done. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Sudarshan. Now I will call upon Toastmaster Sachin for evaluating Toastmaster meditation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. First of all, Toastmaster meditation. Thank you for breaking the barrier on stage, for coming on stage for the first time. And this I was able to correlate the things with my journey. The English subject you said, I was able to correlate with the English subject. I'm very bad in Indian right now today also. I can understand like you say butler in the English, then in the recent day you say I was very bad. The same situation happened in English subject. My teacher scolded, but I was able to overcome English for a few years after it came back to me. I right now also am very bad. And second point, we started traveling from home to school. My father used to say even the stories, like how he studied during his school days. Thanks a lot for connecting with dots in my life. I had two things to add. I had to add differentiate in two different parts. One is positive and improvement part. The positive, it started very good as a story, like asking questions and saying hello Toastmasters in between the speech. That was I felt like they were not a Toastmasters. It was not a first speech. Like I never started like that. I started directly with the story. I'm Sachin Kumar. So I born and brought up. I started with this regular story. Close to that. And second point, you were very good. You were very good at. You were very good at conference on stage. I never felt that was the first speaker as I said. And even the structure was superb. We started from the school day and ended at the like a professional life. These are 3 points. And just one improvement point, if I want to say, stage usage. You are using the stage in good way, but try to use in effective manner. Just don't go around the stage. Try using in effective way, like dividing 3 parts: a school, college, interview, and office. Divide the stage and try to work on it. You'll become a better speaker for the in the as in the upcoming speech. Thanks, and over to General Ibrahim.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Now I will call upon Toastmaster Pradeep Goel to tell about the timing reports.
Okay, so now back with the time report. So first of all, thank you and thanks to all the great speakers. You brought a lot of energy and learned a lot of things today. So let me present my time report today. So first segment, the press speech. So in that speaker one, the teacher took 8 minutes 3 seconds. Speaker two, Anbhajan took 5 minutes 25 seconds. And speaker three, Mahila Dias took 7 minutes 22 seconds. And speaker four, Venkatesam took 8 minutes 24 seconds. Now move to second segment in terms of our table topic. So first, Swiss Gopi took 2 minutes 70 seconds. Second, Afzal took 1 minute 50 seconds. Third, Moa Kundu took 2 minutes 15 seconds. And fourth, Praveen took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Kalai took 1 minute 34 seconds. Rajesh took 2 minutes 33 seconds. Sachin took 1 minute 30 seconds. And Brisbane took 1 minute 29 seconds. And last segment, evaluator. First evaluator, Moa Kundu took 3 minutes 51 seconds. And second evaluator, Lokeshwaram took 1 minute 40 seconds. Third, Sudarshan took 3 minutes 5 seconds. And last, Sachin took 2 minutes 4. That's the report. Thank you so much.
You, Toastmaster Pradeep. Now I would call Detective Spandana to tell about the crime areas.
Good evening, everyone. Once again. So, Detective Spandana is back to present the investigation report. Here are the findings. Check that your speech was smooth and engaging, no fear was detected. Then, your speech was interesting with facts. Throughout your speech, one, two URs detected and one R and one are detected. Mayola, no filler was detected. Your speech was spectacular and engaging. Meditation, your speech was interesting and engaging. Only one earth detected. Coming to the table topics, details to be shopping. No filler was detected. Observe, no filler was detected. Mopakunda, one R detected. Praveen, no filler was detected. Kalai, only one are detected. Rajesh, one soap and one detected. Sachin, one R detected, one I detected. Brigade, right? Bridge Mohan, one soap and two R's detected. Coming to the evaluations, Mavakunda, 3 R's, 2 R found. Lokeshwaran found 1 R. Sudarshan, no filler was detected. Sachin Kumar, 2 I's found. So, investigation summary is here. Today's investigation uncovered a total of 12 R's, 3 2 R, 4 2 times, unknown 1 time, I 3 times. So, the evidence shows that everyone is making steady progress. Remember, every time you replace an R with a confident pause. With the detective Spandana has solved the today's case of the missing fluency. Case goes for today. Over to you.
Now I would like to call Toastmaster Varun to be a listener. Like you share about the listener part and let's see how much active you were throughout the meeting.
So as a listener, my first question of the day. Well, what do people wait to buy clothes in the modern day? What do people wait to buy clothes in the modern day?
Sales.
Diwali.
Yes. Where did Milo go with the parents?
Malaysia.
Kolarabo.
What did Sudhi say to the aliens? What did Sudhi say to the aliens?
You will not be able to find any time figuring out how it is.
People to understand moment.
Baby louder.
I've been fixed.
Can you repeat? Can you be louder? Whoever answered that.
Difficult to understand women.
Yes. Belief in Kalai's family. Belief in Kalai's family. Belief in Kalai's family.
The man, a man should go to man or make coffee, but a man needs to watch Instagram.
Yes. What biggest issue is Sachin faced during solo travel?
Food.
Over to you again. That's a good number.
So now I would like to call upon grammarian for today. Vasudha. Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aditi. First of all, the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Afzal, and case of the day was not used by anyone. So, I would like everyone to give a round of applause to Toastmaster Afzal. Okay, so coming to the good usage and what are the improvement part. First of all, the good usage, we have seen that there were so many codes that were used during the speech. For example, leadership is not measured by how much you speak, but how well you speak. Similarly, there were other quotes as well. Also, we have seen so many people using rhymes or repetitive words to convey their message to make it much more engaging. There are some good words, just like handling waivers, seamlessly integrated, astonishment, shiny silver monument, and eloquence. Now, coming to what are the improvement points that we can do in terms of our language. First is someone has mentioned Pradeep is 18 years of experience, which can be Pradeep has 18 years of experience. Myself with my team, that can be my team or I, if we are talking about in the subjective term, but if you want to make it as objective, my team and me. My manager told like can be my manager told that time we will only buy. That can be if you are talking about the past tense, that at that time we only bought. Someone has mentioned that is a question triggered by my teacher. Now there are two improvements. When we say someone asks something, we do not use the word trigger. And second thing, instead of using passive, we can use active sentence. For example, we can say This is a question my teacher asked, or my teacher asked this question. Similarly, someone said, I would have given what, if I would have given what will happen. That can be if I had given what would have happened. That's all. And I would like to hand over the stage to our General Regulator, Professor Aditi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhishek. So now I will provide a report. I noticed everything, but I promise I will not reveal everything. Whatever is important, I am going to tell about them. So I'll first start with essay. So our meeting started at 4:03 p.m. So if we can start at 4 o'clock, that would be better. But still, we are just late by 3 minutes. You set the ground rules well and also informed about the stage uses, the boundary, and also the word of the day and the phrase of the day was written on the blackboard. So, like you did a very flawless job.
Thank you.
And then coming to the presiding officer. So presiding officer told the brief history of Toastmaster International as well as our Toastmaster, Ecity Toastmaster history, like it is from last 10 years. And also you allowed the guests to introduce themselves. So for that, and also you gave a brief about the theme of the meeting. So you did again a great job in that. So no improvements in that. So now coming to the Toastmaster of the day. So you also told it since the theme, which is about ideas outlive empire. So you emphasize about why the theme has been selected and also the meaning behind it. Only one suggestion I have is regarding the name pronunciation. So you could, if some new names are there, so you can just check with that concerned person and ask them how their name has to be pronounced. So that will be really helpful because name is our identity and we really like to pronounce in the way it is. And also, one more suggestion would be like you can reduce the dependency on papers in case whatever you will be called, let's try to reduce to see something while speaking. Now coming to the table topic master. So you really did a very fantabulous job. And for every topics which you have given to the speaker, you ensure that it is either a role play or they have to imagine. So some of the speech topics you have given them to just think in medieval period and then again come back to the future. So that was really a very interesting way of preparing the table topics. So thanks for doing that. And now coming to the evaluation part. So for the first evaluator, Toastmaster Mahua, you took a sandwich technique to tell about the pros and the improvements of the speaker's speech. Two improvement points I do have is one thing is regarding the crutch words. So you can work on reducing the crutch word and also some pauses. And second thing is also regarding the name. So you can check with the speaker previous before the meeting so that you can get to know the speaker name proper. Now coming to the second evaluator, Toastmaster Lokeshwaran. You also took a sandwich technique to tell about the speaker's speech. And what I liked about your speech was like about the evaluation was that you showed with the hand gesture how the speaker can improve next time when he or she is speaking. One improvement point I can say is you spoke for less than 2 minutes. So next time when you're speaking, try to utilize your full time. At least you can speak above 2 minutes or 2 minutes 30 seconds. Coming to the third evaluator, Toastmaster Sudarshan, you really did a good job. You shared the highlights and the improvements. Just one suggestion again is you didn't utilize the full time. It was kind of 2 minutes, 1 second. So try to, if possible, try to make use of full time. Coming to the fourth evaluator, Toastmaster Sachin. Since for the speaker, Toastmaster Venkateshan, it was the first speech. So you really encourage the speaker. And also you showed the boundary of the stage so that he can use in the next speech. So it was good job and no improvement in that. Coming to the timer, Toastmaster Pradeep Goyal, it was the first row for after being the member for this club. You did a really flawless job in like showing about all the three sections and also the timing. You timed well. And also another thing, what I liked is about you started with opening one poster and showing to everyone. So that was really a highlight, and which is not expected that being a first time role player, you are taking going forward to show your role. Coming to our counter, those Detective Spandana, you totally nailed it. And there was really a very interesting way of showing up, playing this R counter role. And then instead of using like this word or that word, you use the findings and the inspection and the detection. So I hope next time we learn from her, like her, what she told. And next time we should have error not found or findings not found next time. Then coming to Toastmaster, Varun, like I would like to thank you that at the last moment you took up this timer role. You did well. And I think so, all were not that much attentive because I felt that some of the questions what Varun asked, we were a bit struggling to answer it. So next time, please be active listener. Now coming to Toastmaster Abhishek for the grammarian role, you appreciated the member who have used the word of the day. So that's really a good way of doing it and encouraging the member. And also you have also ensured that the word of the day and the phrase of day is already like written. Though it was already written, you ensured that it was there. So no improvement from that side. So this was and also coming to the table topic speeches, I found that all the speakers really did a great job. And since it was a very different way of attending this impromptu speech, really people try to tell what is in their mind, mostly with respect to Sudesh telling about women still being a mystery, and Afzal emphasizing the importance of prioritizing yourself. Coming to Mahua, she with her internet thing, she told about how we can spend time with her family. Toastmaster Praveen told about the leadership quality and how he has persuaded the king to leave everything and be a people-driven king. And then coming to Kalai, it was a kind of, I felt it was, Sudhish told about women and Kalai told about women. It was kind of stuck. I felt. And coming to Rajesh and Sachin, they also really did a good job. So with that, I would say that today's reminded us that great ideas become powerful when we share and carry them forward. So empires may fade, but ideas live on. So with that, I'll hand over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Now that we have witnessed stories that made us laugh, arguments that made us think, and evaluations that showed us how to grow. All right, everyone. Before I hand over the stage to the president, I would like to conclude the theme by saying, keep your minds open, your speeches ready, and your ideas unstoppable. Thank you for being such an incredible and attentive audience, and for letting me guide you through this journey. I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster President Afzal.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Uday, for that wonderful demonstration and running the specific meeting. Before I conclude the meeting and do my part, I would request our Vice President Education, Ram Kumar Bagana, to come here and share his updates from his area.
No.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, respective member. So, yeah, as a Toastmaster, we always focus on progress over perfection. If we keep on progressing, perfection will come always at one point of time. So, and then ideas outlined empires. So one of the old member idea we are keep on carrying term to term, excom to excom. So The idea is we have to identify Toastmaster of the month. We have a criteria to identify. So who is actively participating in all meetings and actively taking roles. By considering that, we have a criteria. Based on the criteria, we are identifying one Toastmaster of the month, one person as a Toastmaster of the month each month in this tenure. So with that, I would like to show the criteria what we are following to select a Toastmaster of the month. Yeah, if you see, if the numbers are attending club meeting, they will get a score of 2. And if they take a roles of TMOD, PTM tag roles, any of the tag roles, that will be 3 marks time. And TTM is 4, and TMOD will get a 5. And if the member takes general evaluator role, he will get a 6, and speech evaluator 5. Coming to speech delivery, prepared speecher, if they give us prepared speech, they will get a 6. And if the member give education session in the club, within the club or outside of the club, they will get a 8 score. And external club roles, if any external club roles, if they are taking, they will get a score of 4. So 100% attendance in month. So all the 5 or 4 weeks, if one member is continuously attending, they will get a bonus of 5 marks. And dual roles. Sometimes a single member has to take a 2 roles or 3 roles. If that is the case, they will get a bonus of 2 marks. So overall, here, this is the score. Here one thing is missing. Anyone identify? This is not missing, I'm just asking. One thing I would like to add. See, always we will have a negative marking. So here also we are introducing a negative score. If anyone agreed to take a role and last hour, they are taken back step, then we are giving the score of -2 for them, -2 or -5. We will decide that and we will give a score of -2 or -5, so that members will take seriously and follow that. With that, I would like to announce. Visiting officer, I would like to come here. I would like to announce Toastmaster of the month, Sachin, please. Toastmaster of the month of July. Toastmaster of the month for the July is Toastmaster. Continue.
Second to follow. 1 second, Abhishek. Just have something for your picture that is. Please don't zoom in. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, and I think Vasudha, it's just not about having 100% attendance. He played multiple diverse roles as per the criteria showed by Ram. Also, like last week today, he jumped in at the very last moment and took multiple or the last minute. So kudos to you, Vasudha, and that doesn't mean that everybody else did not, but she was the top in the list. So we would like to see different faces versus one person having the Toastmaster of the month. Thank you.
I would like to announce before concluding. So next week is August 15th meeting. So we are going with that will be a new members meeting. So all the roles except evaluators, all the roles will be taken by new members. These are all the new members last 1 month or 2 months what we have identified. So these members, all the members will take roles. We will approach them and we will ask them to take a role. So they will organize entire meeting. But anyway, senior member will take as a general evaluator and evaluator roles. Is that, yeah, it is August 15th. So I would like everyone to come in a ethnic wear for the meeting and tricolor ethnic wear. We will meet that meeting as a ethnic wear. We will follow ethnic wear on that meeting. Yeah, I think I covered everything. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
All right, so we now come to the last segment of today's meeting. Before I proceed, I would just like to address a couple of things. I am pretty sure like Adviti as general evaluator added that. So name is our identity, right? And there is a saying, a person's name to him or her is the sweetest and most important sound in any language. So we all take pride in hearing our name from people. So we all are members, right? So let's ensure that we know how to pronounce everybody's name. If we are having a role, we must know who the person is, what is their introduction. So let's practice this. Even if we cannot read, ask the person. And if I cannot, Anpalagan, Shekila. So these names are pretty critical, right? Now we might not know. Go to them and ask, "Hey, how do you pronounce your name?" And try to make mistake, that's all right, but try to be respectful and pronouncing their name pretty good. Because I hate when a Mexican called me Asfal instead of Afzal, right? So they don't just call me, they write it as well. So that's just a quick takeaway from today's meeting. I hope each one of you had a good session, including the prospective members. So I would like to thank everybody behind the executing committee, specifically the Toastmaster of the day, the general evaluator, all the role takers, including the SAA, for doing a fabulous job behind the scene to make this a successful meet. So let's have a round of applause for everybody. Now, can I have two prospective members to come here and share their experience or any scope of improvement that you would like to leave us with? I'd like to call you. Yes, you. And next, the lady. Why don't you come first? Probably ladies first.
Rupa.
Rupa, all right.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Rupa.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is my second time. Last week I was here, but for a long time I want to come and take part in Electricity Toastmasters Club. Yeah, it's a nice experience. Still, I have to learn a lot about the communications and other things, how the club runs and everything. I don't know because I want to take some more time, maybe another 2-3 sessions to give feedback or areas of improvement what we do. Right now, I feel that so far everything is good. Everything looks good because I'm a third person, right? So I don't know much about the, how it goes. And I'm sorry to say that I couldn't join on time because at 403, how it started and how it went, what was your plan, what was the agenda, I totally don't know. So I cannot comment about that. So maybe next time I try to come on time and then learn few things and then maybe I'll be able to give my feedback in an more affirmative and what you say encouragement way. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Tash. So this is my third session here. I'm right now on the guest list, but I'm sure most of us, like me too, everyone wants to join this club because it's not only about the serious talk, the meetings and the serious evaluations, but there is a lot for us to enjoy here, like the session which Mr. Sudhir had taken, where we got an interesting and thought about what he wants to tell to the area. It was a great session. And then it's and also want to tell that it's not about just the speaking skills which we are learning here, it's also the listening skills. So right now I'm enjoying the moment being a guest. Thank you. And I would also like to show this to each one of you. So there was a prospective member named Zubair today. He was a first timer. He had to leave during our break. He left me with 4 pages of evaluation for all our speakers, just the way Toastmaster does. And his request was for me to share this with the speakers, and I did take a picture and circulated it among the speakers. So that shows the interest and the creativity. Probably sometimes we are not a member, we don't own, we don't have a title, but still, this doesn't stop us from meeting and doing things beyond our limits. So that's a pure example, and I'm just definitely going to keep this paper sheet. Right. Now I would just like to request each one of you, Abhishek, if you could
voting.
Yeah, for the voting, for all the vote takers, so we would just mark our vote, so. All right, let's scan, pick the first option and cast your votes.
So one point, in the polling, you can see the table topic master is written as Gajendra, but, sorry. Okay, so there are two changes, in the poll. One is the table topic master is written as Gajendra, but, it is written by Vasudha. And,
So I'd like to apologize, there have been a couple of changes in the names, so please discard and we are resharing the QR code with others. Yeah, maybe I can take one more guest feedback, so why don't one to come on stage and share some information. Photograph, let's hear the story.
So, my experience was like, I was really inspired, especially from Bagan, where he was a first time speaker in Vietnam. But then the way he delivered his speech, or he did not look like he was a first time speaker. And also with the tenured members, specifically Mayola and even Pradesh, it was like a very motivation thing, that how they have developed themselves by being part of such a Toastmasters club. So it was a inspiring thing, which I would be looking forward to.
Thank you so much. Last 30 seconds to cast your votes. It's not updated. No, okay, just let's hold on then. And I think I would like to, I'll take that. No, please hold on. We are just still it's under process. And one additional information that or update that I would like to share with each one of you, that we have observed, like considering the kind of crowd that we have every meeting, there are interruptions while getting invited. So if people are talking or they're delivering their speeches, so it's very difficult when it's like a prepared delivered speech. We might miss a track or we might miss a punch, right? So just please hold on at the gate. It's applicable to the prospective members as well as our members. Now, please wait for applause. That's the time where we transition from one role to the another one. And please open the door and step in. For please be there for a few minutes till this will open close. And you will have a poster next. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the books. Not scanning. That's scanning. In the group, the link is there. Or you could go to your browser, the last page that you have opened, still again open the first one.
You might have seen that there are few names that are missing from the poll. It is because of the time-based disqualification, so we have to remove them.
Okay, almost done. Last 10 seconds. Okay. Oh, Ecity. All right, so it's result time. Best speaker. The award goes to Toastmaster Mayula Das. Let's have a round of applause for Mayula. Best evaluators goes to Toastmaster Sudarshan. Sudarshan, are you here? No, Sudarshan left. So, best table topic speaker. Yes. The distinguished Toastmaster Sudesh Opi. And we would like, both of us would like to give a statement. No discrimination, no
discrimination against any area. Group or not.
That will be addressed because of you. And the best role taker goes to Toastmaster Vasudha Singh for the And now goes the best auxiliary role player. Any guesses? It could be from the title.
Detective.
Spandana, detective Spandana.
All right, it goes to Detective Spandana. Very much. With that, so next week we would have the meeting as Ram Kumar described at the same venue for 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Alongside, we have our Moments of Truth on September the 5th. We have already rolled out the poster and a heads up message in our group. The Moments of Truth is nothing but an introspection of the club where we would have multiple areas to introspect and we would have several groups where we give our feedback, scope of improvement. That feedback will be taken and then implemented. So we must have everybody present for that specific day. I did announce in the group that we might have online, but we are probably changing that to in-person, where we would have multiple in-person group. Ram, I got your point. How do we mark it in the, like the portal? Probably we can decide and carry some laptops to have it, but everybody who are online, we can create a breakout room for them. So we feel that having in-person conversations with each other would add more value than having online. So yeah, with that, once again, I thank each one of you for being here, for compromising or sacrificing your time from a Saturday evening. With that, as a presiding officer of Electronic City Toastmasters Club, I declare meeting number 563 closed. Now, the session is